Hi, I'm Joe Washington, Master Gardener Extension Volunteer with the University of Georgia Extension in Cobb County. Today, we're going to discuss and demonstrate how to prune Japanese maples. Japanese maples are elegant in all seasons, with delicate leaves, fine fall color, and the loveliest branch patterns in the world. The two most common forms of this tree are the upright, understory tree, Acer palmatum, and its little brother, the Japanese lace-leaf maple, Acer palmatum dissectum. This is a much smaller weeping tree, often used as a garden focal point. Japanese maples are deciduous trees that are used as ornamental shade specimens. Their care and pruning needs are minimal, which makes the tree an excellent choice for most garden needs. To get started, these are the tools that you will need to make the job more safe and easier. Gloves, safety goggles, ladder and/or step stool, a sharp branch and stem hand pruner, a sharp folding pruning saw, and a sharp 14-inch pruning saw. Let's pay close attention as Julie demonstrates how it's done. To begin, crawl under the tree so that it's easy to see what you should remove first. Go ahead and remove any dead or diseased branches. There's usually a lot of dead wood on the inside bottom of the maple. The reason the tree has dead wood is because that area has a lot of shade and the wood tends to rot. If you don't get rid of that wood, the rot will spread to the rest of the tree as well. You will know the dead wood because it will be gray, and you can usually just snap it off with your fingers. It's extremely easy to recognize which branches are growing properly and which are not. Next, remove any lower branches that are hanging too low to the ground. Also remove any branches that extend either upwards or straight. Part of the beauty of a lace-leaf Japanese maple is its branches that double back and twist, so don't remove all branches that cross another unless it's rubbing a scar. The trick to pruning this type of Japanese maple is to allow its top layer to form a sort of canopy over the entire tree. Pruning the tree should allow it to have separate layers. Remove any undesired branches while making sure the tree is balanced and maintains the tree's natural harmony. Pruning Japanese maples is a low-maintenance chore if done annually. This will guarantee a healthy, beautiful tree that will grow strong and add years of beauty to your home landscape. When pruning a lace-leaf Japanese maple, it's important to preserve the tree's natural harmony and facilitate a shell-like growth. You can prune a Japanese maple anytime. However, late winter or early spring is the best time, as it's easy to see the branches and growing structure of the tree, and less stress is put on the tree during this time of its natural dormant period. Summer, on the other hand, allows for a more accurate gauge of which branches need to be thinned. It's important to be careful of the temperature when pruning in the summer. Removing thicker areas of foliage can reveal previously shaded areas and invite scalding by the sun. If you're going to prune in the summer, it's best to prune when the temperatures are below 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Spring is generally not a good time as new growth and sap are beginning to develop. Next, look for any weak branches and remove them. The most important part of any Japanese maple is its strong branches. Removing the weak branches allows the stronger branches to develop properly. Remember that this tree comes with opposite branches. These are branches that grow out of other larger ones two at a time. They take the shape of a Y that has an additional branch coming out of its center. When you prune your maple, cut off that middle branch. This will make all the branches look like a Y. Be aware of two things when pruning Japanese maples. First, never cut off branches that have a diameter larger than half the size of the trunk. Second, never remove more than 1/5 of the live crown. This might cause it to grow excessively and uncontrollably. Achieving the desired look for your tree requires climbing in and out many times to check your progress. When you're finished, the right cuts reveal a branch pattern that looks good with leaves or without. The ideal appearance is to have future branches that fill all the empty spaces, and each branch should look like a fan. I know Julie's done a great job because I can see light filtering evenly through the branches. Now that the leaves have dropped, there's even more visual interest. Time to move on. Our next tree is an upright Japanese maple. This is where Julie will demonstrate the 3-cut method. Make the first cut on the underside of the branch approximately 10 to 15 inches away from the trunk, depending on the size and length of the branch. This cut should be 1/3 of the way through the branch. Make the second cut in a downward direction from the top branch, approximately 12 to 17 inches from the main trunk. This will cause the limb to split evenly between the 2 cuts without tearing the bark. To make the third cut, support the remaining stub with one hand while cutting it away from the tree. Avoid the branch collar and branch ridge. The cut should be on a slight angle and in a down and outward direction from the tree. A cut made straight down and close to the trunk is known as a flush cut and should be avoided. Flush cuts create a larger open wound that can develop decay of the branch attachment and over time lead to internal decay of the trunk. All of that pruning will result in more foliage growth on both trees in the spring. Now for more information, call UGA Extension in Cobb County, 770-528-4070. Thanks for joining us.